Hey everyone, Clint from SIA, and on behalf of the entire SIA team, thank you for watching. This is test number 54, search volume, keyword planner versus reality. Let's get into it. All right, so this is actually a pretty old test, and it's born out of something that I said and proved a long time ago, and is that search volume versus of what's reported, irregardless of the tool. It's Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Majestic, whatever tool provides search volume data is not based in reality. It's based on averages, right? So this is the average that we get for this keyword, probably phrase matches kind of added up, etc. And oftentimes it'll do one or two things. One, it'll say there's absolutely no traffic there, you're wasting your time. And the other one will say, oh, there's way more traffic than what actually is there. The biggest example that I've ever given is the keyword ductless heat pumps. Ductless heat pumps at the time that I did this test was 14,000 keyword search volume a month. And the client I had was actually pretty excited about that because she obviously sold ductless heat pumps. It was a husband and wife team that owned this business in Olympia, Washington. They serviced a Thurston County pretty much. They didn't want to go up in the Pierce, and they did a little bit of Pierce County, but they didn't want to go into King and all that. And if you know the area, King's counties, there's more people there, but it's farther away from them and farther out of their service area. So they wanted to run a search campaign targeting ductless heat pumps. Obviously, I can rank for the term, but what I wanted to know, was it worthwhile? Because it's 14,000 search volume, so as you can imagine, the competition from an SEO perspective is pretty high. You're going to invest a lot of money into this, and do we really want to go down that road? So set up a PPC campaign. And I got their service area. This is the only places that we wanted to install these machines. And I set that as the target area in the ads campaign. And as a result, ductless heat pumps got 0 impressions. We actually set the bid up to be the number one ranking ad. We were willing to pay that much for the click. It meant that much. Plus, the profit on one of these units is significant. So, if we pay $50 to $75, maybe even $100 a click, and it converts, and we do that, 4 or 5 times a month, we're fine. The ads are paying for themselves. Well, that exact term, 0 impressions, 0 clicks over the course of a month, and so you look at it, 14,000 search volume. It's exciting. We're going to rank for it. I want to be ranked for it. That's the word I'm looking for. But no one in that search area is actually doing it. No one is looking for it, especially in your service area. So you're investing all this money to rank for this, what I call now dream keywords. And it turns out that no one that you're targeting even cares about it. So it's kind of a know your customer and know how they've identified that problem. And how do you put your solution in front of it? And in this case, it was ductless heating and cooling units that was actually getting all the search volume. And that's where we got all the clicks and all the conversions. What's also really cool is it was way easier to rank for that because nobody had that data and that information. So this test kind of backed that up. They took 1 year of keyword data, 12 different accounts, did search impressions, and it figured it out. And as a whole, Keyword Planner actually overestimates, and sometimes it could underestimate. So you heard my story about the overestimating. The underestimating is there are just some markets that Google doesn't want to share that information. And in particular, if you're in the rehabilitation market, you'll know that for a fact. 99% of the keywords in their search tools all tell you that there's no traffic there. But when you get into ads, if you're lucky enough to qualify to be able to run ads, or more specifically using something like Search Console and reverse engineering your traffic with a Search Console Google Analytics combination, you can find that all those search volumes that say 0 in the tools actually have a lot of traffic. So what is the moral of this? One, search volume is a great filter, and it's at the end of the day, that's really all it is. If you see high search volumes, you understand the competition is going to be higher. If it's lower, you have the potential of less competition and easier conversions, because you're providing that, you're answering that you're solving that problem for the customer in an easy and fast way, right? And two is you should be doing some AdWords campaigns. You don't have to do a whole lot of these. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money, $100, $150, depending on the market. You only got to run it for a week, find out what the impressions are for the terms, multiply by 4, and then you got your average for the month. And you're going to be just fine. That obviously won't work if you're doing seasonal stuff. If you're doing gardening and you serve people up in the Northeast, you're probably not you're gonna have less search volume in the winter than you are in the summer. But you already know that, so you run 1 week during the winter and 1 week during summer, figure out your averages, and then you can figure out where you want to target your marketing dollar during that period of time. That's the only exception to this, right? So don't use search volume as a tool. Figure it out, identify your keywords, your keyword clusters using search volume, and then run a cheapo PPC campaign. Even if you don't get any clicks, it doesn't matter. You're after the impressions number. And once you have that impressions number, you have actual true search volume, or even a truer search volume, trusting that Google's not lying on the impressions count. And then you can turn that into a good SEO campaign that is backed by data. So I hope you appreciate this. If you're in SIA, go check the test out. Essentially, what you see here is the same thing. So, but check it out, and then run a couple of these campaigns by yourself. Plus, you get to learn a little bit about Google Ads at the same time. It kind of saves you up. Don't go in there thinking, "Oh, I'm here to collect traffic. I'm gonna win." All you want is the impression stuff, and you can learn about keyword selection, etc. Setting these up. You won't even have to pay. The one we did, I think we paid maybe $5. We budgeted 150, paid like $5. So you guys can do this. It's cheap data, and it'll save you a whole lot of time and the customer's money going after keywords that just aren't there for you. So I hope you appreciate this. If you do, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down. Takes no time. It's just a vote. You spent the time watching the video, you might as well just push the little button. And if you're not subscribed, join us. I hope you, and we'll give you more of these. And thank you.